I want to talk for a minute about projection. We're at the bus stop. A lady is complaining about how long it's going to be for the bus. She only has to go 2 stops equivalent. I walked well more than 5 to 6 stops yesterday, today, and the day before. And yes, that gets to be tiring. But I said, I was kidding though, like she could walk, but I was saying it in a playful way. I said, well, you can walk. I did yesterday. And she took it to slavery and me being white and her being black, and she thinks I'm racist and that we're not in slavery anymore. And she took it there, and I'm like, my brain just was like, what? Huh? What? Sorry, what? So I tried to tell her that isn't at all, that's not accurate. She's projecting. And then I went to show her the picture of my children. And I told her I've brought 11 black people into this world. I'm sure more than her. And she said, that don't matter. You still ain't black. I said, I'm glad I'm not, because there's nothing wrong with being white. I ended up telling her, first of all, she got in my face. She threatened to put a bullet in me if I don't get out her face, but she was in my face raising her arm at me. And maybe this was one of these vampires, and very well this was a setup to get me worked up. You know, I'm tired of always like having to be the bigger person. I am the bigger person. This lady is so wrong in her projections. And then I said something about her having a lot of unhealed childhood wounds that she needs to. And she said, wouldn't you if you were raped by a white guy at age 13? I said, that happened to me. I mean, I don't know. Does a rape somehow become less significant if the guy is white? Actually, I was 11 when that happened. I've been raped and I've been sexually molested probably far more than that woman. Everything is not a racial issue, motherfuckers. We're all the same race. These vampires have been taken over by something else, but we're all human. The color is melanin. And colorism, even within black communities, you know, the light skin, the high yellow, you know, often people hate them or they're stuck up. One way or the other. It goes one way or the other. It's not always, but it's one way or the other. But there's like this diversity. The diversity is not looked upon kindly. The dark skin and the light skin might get along to come up against the white person, you know, and cry racist. But amongst themselves, there's so much jealousy, like even just something like textured hair, like, you know, the quote good hair, or getting the weaves or the wigs that are a different quality or different texture hair because somehow your hair is too kinky even for your own liking, right? A lot of that is kind of, you know, has like, I feel like it's based in racism of colorism, if you want to say. Blacks of different kinds not even liking certain things that are black. You see what I'm saying? But here's the thing. There's no part of me saying, and I said it with a smile on my face in a lighthearted attitude. I wasn't like, well, you can walk, motherfucker. I was like, well, you could walk. I did yesterday. I was not in any way, shape, or form like being mean. This lady, you know, maybe this was, like I said, maybe this was just part of the secret society, and she played her part right, and she got me worked up. And I don't usually get worked up. It takes a lot. But that's the thing is, racism is one of those things. It's like, I'm so sick and tired of the black racist. I'm so sick and tired of it. It's like going around pointing the finger out. There's always someone is racist towards you. And they're white and you're black. And it's always that. That's the way you see racism. And if anyone was being racist in this whole conversation between her and I, from the beginning of it to the end, it's her. It's her. Not me. She's reading far more into that comment. Could have never. My mind never went there. My mind never thought, oh, because you're black, you should just walk. You're not good enough for the bus. Like, that's ridiculous. I would be the type of person to be doing the opposite, to say, you know, if someone would, maybe if some older white person would try to act like, the front of the bus wasn't good enough for some black person to sit, I would be standing up for the black person and trying to say, what do you mean? And then that's when you would say those days are over. That's not okay. No. But this racism from black people, it's not okay. And it's time that someone listen. And like I said, even right now, I feel like there's a guy eavesdropping. And, maybe someone's going to text, hey, it worked. She's all worked up. I'm pissed at it's like the elephant in the room. Like, I don't know any black people who own being racist. But boy, there's a whole lot of racist black people. A whole lot. My comment was not... I didn't even seriously think she was going to walk or anything, but that's not the point. We can't make everything be a racist thing. It was not racist, not in the least bit. Like I said, my mind didn't even go there. My mind couldn't have linked those things together. That's too many links in the chain. Doesn't even make any sense. It's ridiculous, and it's high time the people of all different colors of melanin start saying, yes, you know what, actually, you're right. The person who's racist here is this person, the black person. Not just that white people can be racist. And when things aren't about race, let's not make them that. That's like the race card, playing the race card. Look, everything that's done wrong to people is not because of the color of their skin. And I didn't get into it with her because half of me thinks she already knows who I am, and she knows I'm being targeted, but I'm being highly targeted. I could sit down and just wallow in my tears, and I could, just be so downcast, but I'm not. I could say, oh, everything's happening in this way to me, and everything's not fair, and gosh, if I was black, oh my god, how much could I say, oh, it's because I'm black, and well, guess what, it's a bunch of black people doing this to me. I mean, it's white people too, but I would say it's more black people than white people who I see actively targeting me. It's probably equal, but I see more black people on a day-to-day targeting me. But I don't hate black people because of that. Because this whole issue with me being targeted has to do with me revealing secrets of the Illuminati, and really it's about cannibalism and pedophilia and sex trafficking. It's really nothing about race. I could be purple polka dot, and it's nothing about, it's what I know, not the color of my skin. But I hate to see if I was black, because far too often black people are playing the race card. You take a comment said just really in jest, and it wasn't anything about, like I said, my sentence included I did yesterday. I didn't say I did yesterday and I did today and I did the day before. I've been walking a lot more, actually, because I'm being targeted so much, and these people have been scoping me out constantly and getting on the bus when I do, and that's the way that they have, by and large, been, keeping tabs on me, is through the bus. So fuck it, I'll walk. And I'm still not hiding. They still see me, but they can't, send some pervert to sit right smack dab next to me, and I can feel the ick, and they're doing sex magic and whatever kind of hoobly jubilee bullshit that isn't touching me. Some of y'all really need to hear this.